Oh man, I gotta be real, but it feels absolutely crazy about it, because the AC-130, which we have wanted to have a change in War Tycoon, we have wanted it to actually change for so many months now, and we have been leaving it in the suggestions, and War Tycoon developers in this update have also decided to change the AC-130 and give it a lot more abilities than it had before, and make it actually way better than it was before. So in today's video, guys, I will be going through a lot of other update logs on everything that was changed in this update, which is kind of a continuation of yesterday. Alrighty, so jumping right into the game, the first thing we are obviously going to be checking it out. Why wouldn't it be AC-130? Let's go ahead and see it. I'm just gonna spawn it, let's say, roughly around the midpoint probably will work. Alrighty, so the AC-130 is spawned, and as you guys can see, it now has a brand new UI which showcases its main gun. It also showcases its explosive gun, but the most important part out of all, the AC-130 has received flares. So if we do go ahead and press the flares, as we can see, the flares all go in 3 different directions, which by the way is also a little bit of a change which they have made to the flares in this update. As you guys can see, they can also go really far, and this is a absolutely huge change, to be honest, because now the AC-130 won't be as vulnerable to stuff like missiles in the game, so it will actually be able to have some kind of fight against planes, against stuff that actually locks onto it, and etc, man. And I gotta say, it's also incredibly cool that now with the AC-130, I feel like we can turn ever so slightly more than we were able to turn before, and the UI is genuinely really cool. I feel like we are now actually going to be able to see what we're doing much more because of this UI, and I feel like the explosive gun actually reloads slightly faster as well. I feel like it's slight buffs, but I'm not really sure about it. But other than that, we also have ourselves an eject button, which we did have before, but it just didn't work this well. So if we do go ahead and press X, it kind of does the same thing, and then the AC-130 kind of just flies away as far as possible. Alrighty, so now there are actually way more changes, so let's actually go through them. Of course, they updated the scopes, and next up they updated missile lock-on UI, and missiles no longer lock on through terrain, and that is absolutely really cool. And they also updated leaning animation. What they mean by this, we are now happily unable to do wall glitching anymore, because if you guys can see, while I'm just trying to do it in my own private server, I cannot do it. So that's really good, because I feel like they probably made the windows a little bit thicker, I believe, or they just overall changed the mechanics of leaning. I believe it could be both of them. So now if we actually go ahead and jump into the game, as you guys can see right now, when we do actually lock onto the enemy, it shows us the amount of stats that the enemy is away from us from, but it also showcases the name of the player. I am a little bit sad that it's not the display name, but instead it's the actual name of the player, so I think that should be slightly fixed. But other than that, this is a really positive change, and exactly the same thing happened to the Abrams X Javelin. It can also not lock on through walls, so the Abrams X Javelin is slightly more balanced, and it doesn't give us many advantages as before. Anyway, I believe that's all that we have received in this update. I am really excited to see the future of War Tycoon, because the developers are listening so much to us right now. Let's see what they're gonna change in the next update. Let me know in the comment section down below if I have missed anything. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We are so close, so please do smash the subscribe button.